Hello. Today I'll be reviewing a game from Wukong. He's playing against Nocturne, and yeah, I'll just get right into it. Like I'm always starting my reviews. What I always do myself is whilst also I'm in the loading screen, and I know the lanes. I'm already thinking which lane I want to impact early. In Wukong's case, you got top lane Malphite against Illaoi. Malphite's not winning this once Illaoi gets one item. Probably not the best lane spot for initially. Once he gets level 6, you might be able to do something, but again, it will be quite risky. Illaoi does pretty well into fights where she's outnumbered. So I'm not really probably gonna be looking top myself if I was playing that game. Mid lane is probably your best bet to make something happen with Twisted Fate being able to ult around the map. It's probably gonna be farming fast with books in Twisted Fate, just clearing waves, and bot lane is gonna be bot lane is gonna be a lot of action. In my opinion, Nocturne's gonna be probably looking to focus bot lane, maybe. I mean, he has double range charms and your bot lane's range and melee. I would say Ash and Brand will likely have priority in this lane very often, but they are also immobile champions as well. So once you have your level 6, you'll be able to easily get on top of them. And yeah, ideally, just going from this, ideally you want to be playing with your mid laner and looking on your bot lane, but again, looking on your bot lane with caution, because they'll likely be often under threat. You need to check their conditions, whether they have ult or they have mana, HP, if they're able to fight. Or if they're not collecting a big wave under turret. These are also things you need to be mindful on. So yeah, let's get into the game. I wonder how you're gonna start patting. Ideally, I think you should be patting top to bot. I think Wukong's gonna be doing probably the same thing.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
There you are, your bread, that's good.
Minions have spawned.
Looks like Nocturne is actually gonna be patting to top lane. I mean, like I said, his top laner is likely gonna be winning top, so he's looking to play on the top side of the map, which is fine, but it leaves his bot side vulnerable, which makes it easier for you to make plays down there. Okay, smacking blue. That's good. Getting level 2 faster. I don't think you have any risk of being level 2 invaded here, so smiting blue is okay. Kiting your account's good. You could have pulled probably wolf slightly, a bit more. It's okay, I guess. It does cost you like the clear time. You're not pulling camps all the way. You're gonna need to kill the small one if you're just auto. Okay.
These are just like minor things. I do play Wukong as well myself. Yeah, I really want to save your main spells for the big counts. Like the big monster. You will almost get 255 here. You need to be pinging in this case. Right now, it's a bit risky to go for this. You don't know where enemy jungler is, and the bot lane was on the turret. Luckily, Nocturne was top side. They don't die here, but something to keep in mind. Your bot lane was, your Zyra was low HP on the turret. You're looking to base. I think you did ping the top scuttle. Guessing. Twisted Fate. Revive the ganks. Nocturne burn flash. Need to reset fast. You're looking for a gank here. Okay, I would play this a bit different. Right now, instead of doing this, I'm pretty sure she's still here. Yeah, she still has to take this wave. Still has her spells. She barely has any mana, but she needs to clear this wave, so she's not gonna just run away. I think you had enough time to basically, instead of W over the wall, just walk over here, like just walk from this side, and you just come behind her. This is your best chance to get the kill. But she still has all sums, so it's a bit still gonna be. She'll just likely use sums and she'll get away. But at least you end up saving your flash, because right now you just got to blow your flash. It wasn't necessary for you to use flash here. If you just like change your ganking gank opening from not from the bush, but just walk over near the raptor's wall and just go behind both. It works the same way if you are on this side of on the red side of the map and you're trying to gank mid. Your best gank position is to come from around here. This way, that you give the enemy the least amount of time to react to your gank.
Okay, Nocturne's looking to invade your jungle. You're at the same level. He has more AD than you. I think he still win this. You do have armor. No, you don't. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that was close. I think you just had to. Wait, let me say again. Look on. Yeah, okay. Look smooth first. My opinion. I mean, yeah, your mid laner is not even here. You should just you have your smite. You should just focus getting your raptors and running away, because Lux was able to move. She was giving the way, but she I don't know, she just decided to move, give her away. But she only moved because your Twisted Fate was in base. You need to keep an eye on the minimap when you're about to jump into a fight. When you see Nocturne in your jungle, look where your mid laner is. Your mid laner was in base at this time, so definitely your best play was just to get your camp and run away and go get the get golems instead of fighting. Something's happening about in bot lane. Killed Brand. Bot lane's kinda low. Pushed out and based. So far your bot lane is doing okay. Malphite actually managed to kill Laui as well. But he's gonna get ganked. Should be okay, I think. Yeah, it's fine. He's wasting a lot of time there. You're running off base with reset. I think you're building. I'm pretty sure you're building Trinity Force, but honestly I would prioritize buying the AD components from Trinity Force instead of health. And I mean, this is okay, I guess, but I would still look to my logic behind getting AD over being initially on Wukong is just because you're well, your Q does damage, AD damage. I'll just pause this, but your Q does 80 damage. Your clone will do outpost as well for 80 damage. This is the only thing that does magic damage, but it still increases your attack speed and makes you hit more often. And if you think about it, the most damage that you will do to camps will be coming from physical or auto attacks. And for auto attacks, you just want AD, prioritizing AD over the other stats. I think on Wukong, I always prioritize AD first in haste, and then like HP. I think that's generally the priority of stats for Wukong. Don't quote me. I'm not too sure, but in my opinion, this is the optimal way. In some situations, maybe you want like the phage component from TNG if you think you'll need the movement speed in this situation against their team. It's good. It's good to have the phage, I guess. Maybe that's what you're going for. But just in general, I'm always looking to rush. I'm pretty sure it's 3 long swords from 24, so I'm just looking to get the most AD on my first base if I can, just so I can speed up my second clear as much as I can, get my level 6 quickly. Okay, let's see what happened here. So you're starting your second full clear. You know, at this point you should know Nocturne's batting, and he's batting both the top. I'm just gonna I'm sorry, I had the enemy vision as well, but yeah, like this can be expected. The ult on bot lane, you could have pinged his bot side, knowing you are on your top side. Nocturne is likely to be on his bot side, batting from bot to top, so you can ping your bot lane that he has ult soon or level 69 for them to be careful. I'm not sure actually what happened on bot lane. They might have been too low and just go a little bit. But like I said in the beginning, bot lane might be struggling a bit, but they're still actually doing pretty well given this is okay. Just that Fate pushed out the way. The top lane is not here to. I suppose it's okay. Allow is the catching wave. I think, yeah, you probably lost your bot side. That's the only downside. Like if you do the grabs and you know Nocturne spotting bot the top, you can potentially look to invade your bot side. Guessing maybe he just took red. I'm not sure. It's okay. I don't think he got punished too hard. I don't know if you're looking bot lane. Bot lane is kind of low. Gets one. Okay. No, maybe kill it. I'm not sure. Yeah, he did, and he flashed out as well. Okay. We should have decent amount of gold at now. 1.4, yeah, you should look for a base. Should look for a base and clear your bot side. Nocturne's up in 5 seconds. Ideally you wanna be looking to base, spend your gold, clear bot side, and try and play for try and play bot again. But you wanna be spending your gold whilst Nocturne is dead. Might close to item. Not sure. 1 point. Yeah, you could be close to Trinity, maybe that's why you stayed. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, that's okay then. That's fine. Staying for the Trinity is good actually. I didn't know he was close to item. But right now, we should be looking at what's going on. Bot lane killed, double killed. Twisted Fate has to catch mid lane. You should be able to do this, I think. I mean, your bot lane's on a freeze though. Lux is probably in base. No, should be in base. I'm not sure about this deck, but given everything bot lane was dead, you probably could have fought this, and you had your item as well completed. I think the deck was okay. The fight here, not. I wouldn't say it's needed. You got your objective, you're topside spawning, you're calling on vision, so that's no bueno. That's a bit disrespectful. Oh, you're way too chunked. Oh my days, that's oh my god, that was a fiesta. That was a bit of a fiesta. It works out okay, but yeah, like I'm sure you're aware of this, but you didn't. Your recalling here was quite disrespectful, and because of this, you got chunked to like 30% HP, and essentially you had 30% HP for the start of the fight. And yeah, just try and recall in bushes at least, man. that was you could have saved yourself that death here by being a bit more respectful and recalling in the bush rather than in the middle of the river. It's fine. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. You got the objective. You just delay your next clear, and that's the only bad thing. After you get the objective, I would just base. I think Herald's in 2.5 minutes. Yeah, you just wanna. Ideally, you should have been finishing your top side clear right now with bot side. Maybe looking for a play in base and look to play the Herald. Your mid lane and top lane are doing good. I wouldn't look for the scuttle. in top laner has purge. Malphite doesn't have ult. No. No, he's low, he's level 11. That you shouldn't be looking on this. Without Malphite ult as well. It's coming back up, but it's... You might be able... Okay, that was a bit lucky. Yeah. Oh my days. Oh wow. Lux is here. No. No. No, I should just clear your jungle. The fight on top lane was risky. You don't want mercs as soon as possible, given how much CC enemy team has. Normally, if I don't think I need mercs as like really urgently, I'll just do 2 items on Wukong with magical boots. I'll just do 2 items and finish tier 2 boots. This is a bit... Yeah, I mean... I think Nocturne wanted to ult Twisted Fate, but he ended up ulting here. But regardless, still this is 2 versus 3. That's... you just don't have numbers for this fight, you shouldn't be looking for it. Then not only that, there's 45 seconds to Herald. You wanna look to save your ult for Herald, and ideally finish your bot side so you finish your jungle item as well, because Nocturne already finished his jungle item and he has 1.4k smite. And yeah, essentially stronger smite for the Herald if you have to play for it now, which you might have to. I mean, ideally you should have been playing, you should have cleared your bot side and then put the base and play Herald. I would honestly, I would just even if Twisted Fate was dead, if I would play it defensively, like I would hover mid and I would wait to see if Nocturne ults Twisted Fate, and then I would jump him, maybe, you know, like use my R if it looks like you know, he's gonna die. But I wouldn't go first for this fight. I would just keep an eye. And I would prefer to do my entire bot side and reset for Herald. No, Deck's coming up in a minute as well. You should be pinging it as well. Nocturne is pinging it. He's doing a good job pinging it a minute in advance, making his team aware that they need to be ready for the objective. This is greedy. Pike is on top side. Right now, if Nocturne was here and he ulted here, he ulted top. But if he was here, you could be 2 versus 3 and you could die. Even going for those vision wards was a bit greedy without Pike being here. And you know, both of the enemy bot lane are there. I think Zaya's dead now. Yeah, probably. Skitching away. You should have, yeah, I don't know why you started turning towards top side. You should have been looking on both. It's a bit late to contest Drake now. You're better off. You have vision on Herald, and enemies are likely on the bot side, not on killing Pike top. You must have likely done some kind of stop. Actually, Charles here, crazy. Okay, you shouldn't be fighting this. He's up a level on you. You are winning this because Nocturne does better into ADs. You are actually winning this. with being level down. But this is only because yeah, Nocturne, Wukong just does better into AD champs. But you do need to respect numbers and your levels as well before you go into a fight. Have a look what level is the person you want to fight. It's very important to keep this in mind, because the higher level is someone like, say, even if it's just one level, like, he'll be taking less damage from you, and he'll be doing more damage to you. You just get so much stats from having one level. I can't recall how much was it, but I think it was at least close to like 500-600 gold worth of stats for each level up. So yeah, he has all the extra stats from the one level that you don't for free without having to base. Levels are stronger simply because you get the scaling stat without needing to base and spend your gold. That's why sometimes you can, when you're like up 3-4 levels on someone, it's so easy to win the fight, simply because you have like close to like 2000 gold, or just over, like, depending on how many levels, but like, say, like, around, if it's 3 levels, like near enough 2000 gold worth of stat over your opponent. It's so important to play around levels. I mean, so far game's not looking too bad. You have one deck, they have one deck. Your bot lane's still doing okay. Actually, let's have a look. ADC is a bit behind, support's a bit. It's pretty even. Mid lane's also even. So is top lane, you're down a bit gold. I'm pretty sure, I think Nocturne got some shutdowns. We got 4 kills anyway, more than you. I mean, she doesn't have ult, luckily. But it's another case of you winning fight where you're down levels. Okay. Can we do anything else more from that kill? No. That's fine, at least while Nocturne is dead, you can carry on. You gotta be clearing your jungle and scaling, making use of that dead timer on Wukong. Sorry, your team on mid is fighting. Offense already used our Zaya's dead. I'm not sure Twisted Fate wants to fight this. No one's topside. So someone definitely needs to catch topside. I don't think Pike can fight level 14 Ilaoi, he's level 10. If Pike goes alone against Ilaoi, he might die. I mean, I didn't look ahead of what's going on in the replay. But do you see what I mean now about the level difference? Ilaoi being level 14 and Pike being level 10. He thought, oh, I have a head. I have 2 items. I can kill Ilawi. No, no, you can't. Ilawi has armor boots. Ilawi has 4 levels on you, but it doesn't work. This was a bit greedy. You dying here is unnecessary. They might be able to get Baron off of this. No, they can't. They're not going to. Okay. I mean, anytime you die after 20-minute mark can be pretty bad because you're giving the enemy team chance to force bad fights on it for your team, force an objective, be it Baron or Bake, or place on turrets. It's pretty bad to die after minute 20 when Baron is up. You gotta be careful dying in this stage of the game. Deaths are a lot more punishing. The timers are getting long. You're fighting down level again. I don't know if you win this. You don't win this. With Ilawi having our he thought it was on you. No, only Nocturne was on mid lane, luckily. But yeah, okay, this is maybe 3rd or 4th time that I see this. So just try and respect the level leads. That's so far repeated mistake that I see you do. Not respecting the level leads of people. Both lanes, neutral, mid is pushed out. Your team is looking to catch someone off walking in. This is fine. Twisted Fate has TP. I think they kill Ash. Okay, yeah, that's a good play for me team. Malphite pushed out mid wave, which is what he should do. So he makes someone catch it, and your team positioned to catch anyone trying to walk in. That was good from your team. You have 2 items. You have Hex Drinker. That's good. You need to answer. I would say I'm honestly not sure on itemization right now. Because Nocturne's ahead, Lux is ahead, Brand does decent amount of damage as well. But so does Ilawi and Ash. You could probably look to finish more. To be fair, because of how mixed their damage is, I think I would have stuck to Mercs and I would have probably built Sterix as a 3rd item. I think Sterix would help you survive better in these situations because their damage is mixed. The issue with building more is that you itemize only against one like damage profile, and that's the magic damage on their team. But they still have Nocturne, Ash, and Ilawi. And Maul is not gonna help you against them, so you'll be taking a lot of damage from them. You do have your passive, which does give you a pretty decent armor, 45 armor. It's not the worst, I'd say. It's not the worst, but again, it depends how fed they are. Nocturne's doing pretty well for himself. I guess you're actually taking a lot of magic damage. But this fight, I think, was pretty unnecessary. Okay, your team's looking to make a pick, but they don't know. Right now, your team is doing this without having much vision. I think I can't remember who did we see here, but there was one person here, and then there is Nocturne. You don't know where the rest are apart from the Lao here. There's two people missing. Yeah, Lux and Run. This is a bit risky. There's only 3 of you. I guess you wanted the scuttle. You're a Nocturne. He does die. The team is getting blown up though. And then yeah, I mean Ash comes as well. You didn't have numbers. I think for the start of the fight, you did have numbers. But I think Ash showed up as well. She might have been running down from it. Hello, where is my team? Bro, your team just won a big fight on mid. What was that? Twisted Fatal? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he actually got it. Nice. Okay. That's okay, I guess. Jeez. He might die though. Nocturne has ult. Nocturne might look old and this is so greedy. Okay, I guess. Alright, you're running out of base. Malphite gonna catch his top side? Yeah. Okay. So far, you have 2 Drakes. Your top lane is doing okay. Your mid lane is doing pretty good. He's 2 levels up on looks actually. ADC is a little bit behind, I think. Yeah, just level behind, I guess. And then ADC, I mean, sorry, support's doing okay. You need to find a way to... I mean, I was gonna say maybe find a way to play for Baron, but it might not even be ideal to play for Baron right now, considering how close the game is. You might be better off sticking to your win call, not playing Drakes. Next one is coming up in a minute. Lawi gets caught. This guy dives in. Oh no. I'll fight. Nice. Okay, that works out so well. I think... Yeah, you guys can keep picking people off. 30 seconds to Drake. Nocturne will be dead. The gold you have 1k. You can carry on pushing. You do wanna be running right now. You wanna be running to Drake, yeah? Yeah. Maybe try and get this cut off before the Drake. Lux is quite healthy though. She might come mess with you. She should base to defend the Xayah push, in my opinion. You almost got level 16. That's unlucky. You'll get it off of Drake, hopefully. Hopefully you get Drake. I think you do. I think you have just enough time, yeah. If you left even like a couple of seconds later on, man, I'd say 5 seconds later, you probably wouldn't have had this. Works out. You got 3 Drakes, so you just need 1 Drake. Your win column is hard on the Drake stacking right now. I don't know where the game goes wrong, but something big must have happened because the game is looking pretty good for you right now. Your Malphite has TP, can be bot side easily. That's a good place for him to go. If he's able to draw attention Twisted Fate gets collapsed. It's good that you're looking here. I'm not sure you'll be able to get on time. Oh, actually, Twisted Fate escapes. Asharo misses. Twisted Fate barely. Whoa. Nocturne cancelled quite a few autos. You should have hard focused the... You did eventually. It was a bit late. The flash was a bit late as well. Yeah, you should have carried on chasing the Nocturne and hard commit for him. Ignore the Ilaoi because he stopped to damage Ilaoi with your ult for a second. It's okay because Nocturne dies as well. Let's get another kill. I don't think. What is this guy doing, bro? With 1 HP? Holy shit, bro! Oh my god! Wow! There's no way you win that. No way, man. Okay, I mean, hands down, I have no idea what your Twisted Fate just did. And he 256 without attack. There's no way. Oh my god. Never mind. That's kind of why I don't have watch out, but it's funny. That was genuinely funny. I don't know how much damage the Twisted Fate think he does with his fucking gold card, but it's not enough to kill full health looks. She even barrier, she didn't have to. Ilaoi is still saying her team is safe, kid. It's still 2 minutes to the Drake. Did you get that? You did. You do have your pike here. You do have more. You can fight. Focusing Nocturne here is actually good, but he's always pretty. He has Guardian Angel. You got the Scuttle, you healed. You don't have spells right now, you need to be kiting away. Which I think he tried to run away, but... Yeah, he popped his GA. As soon as he could envision it, I'm pretty sure he popped his GA. He should have tried to keep hitting Brown because he was envisioned. It's a big modified ultimate, but there's no follow up. Twisted Fate doesn't do much damage. I mean, these fights are a bit like random, kind of over nothing really. I don't know how much gold you have. I guess you had 1k. Yeah, I mean, I don't think healing is too much of an issue this game. I'd say not doing this and just building towards your death stance would have been just better. Healing, the only healing issue is Ilaoi, and I mean, more often than not, like, she's just dying by herself and not really doing anything. Let's see what happened here. I missed it. Okay, Nocturne ults bot. He dies. Yeah, that's you guys have to force. You gotta force a fight for on the enemy team. That's 3 people dead right now. You have 3 people on it, 4 people. White needs to move as well. This should be ours. Zaya needs to back off. It dies. You could you could be pinging Zaya as well to back off. She doesn't need to be on bot lane. To be honest, after you made all those picks and your team committed was spam pinging on Baron, she should have just backed off. And if she wasn't backing off, you could ping her. Because right now she's dead. Actually, Twisted Fate also just died. Yeah, when she dies and you get Baron, and she's dead for what 50 seconds, you have to wait for her to have numbers and have a even fight, which means you end up wasting some time on the Baron buff. It's something to think about if you see your laners pressuring too deep without a reason, because there was no reason for her to go that deep. There was no tier 2 turret as well on bot lane. She was just being greedy for the waves. I think she's a bit tilted. But all she had to do is back off, you get Baron, and then you reset and you fight for the next day. Instead, you ended up having to give it, I think, here. Yeah, you did, and it's a bit of a fiesta right now. At least you're all alive right now. That was a pivotal moment. After you had all those, you had 3 people. I think you had Lawi, Ash, I think it was Nocturne as well. That after you had your picks on mid, your entire team decided to commit for Baron. You still need to have a look on the minimap and see that the Zaya what Zaya was doing. I would have just pinged her off here like 2-3 times. Danger, just back off and ping on the way to Baron, just to tell her, look, we're getting the objective. Enemy team is dead. There's no reason. There's no need for you to do this. And you could also, like, if you wanted to, you could ping Drake as well, because I think it was either coming up or it was seconds away from coming up as well, just to make sure she understands that you have another objective that you have to fight, right? Like after you take Baron and hopefully base. I think you could still fight it even if you based after Baron. This is 1 versus 3. You should not be looking. Oh, 1 versus 4. Never mind. If you traded 1 kill at least, it would have been okay. Definitely not what you want to do. But worst case, if you could have at least stayed 1 for 1. But enemy team is not showing. You can't possibly know that they would invade you. Wait. Actually, hold on. Did you get? Yeah, as soon as Ash was, he probably didn't have time to react, but I would have been cautious here. Just before you decided to run towards the bush here, if you had a look on the minimap, I'll show you. Yeah, right now there's literally nobody on the enemy team showing anywhere on the minimap. I would be scared to move into these areas here or here, anywhere. Even going into your jungle here is a bit risky. It's not worth it. They could have been already in your jungle waiting to collapse you. I would stick at this stage of the game, 36 minutes in, I would stick to waves and around your team, walk with your team and clear vision. At least if you get caught out, you won't be by yourself like you are here. But you want to be pushing out waves and then walking with your team, clearing vision, looking for invades or like looking around here, but making sure you try and be close to your team so you don't get caught out by yourself, especially when you have no idea where anyone on the enemy team is. Because now you're dead for 60 seconds. They have a timer where they can force a fight. Luckily your team is actually was winning, but let's say sketchy. might be okay. It actually... Does it work okay? Does it work out okay? Maybe you kill it? Oh my god, I didn't allow it, man. I didn't allow it. I think Twisted Fate is on a mission. Okay, he actually completed the mission. GG. That's not bad. He can take inhib. I think they have enough time for inhib. Twisted Fate dead. He's so dead. Yes. Malphite might escape. Yeah, I think Malphite's fine, and that's a massive wave on the enemy bot lane. They should be catching, Burns catching it. Okay, so you got inhib, and you can use that inhib pressure for the next objectives, which are, yeah, both Baron and Drake are coming up on the same timer. How close the game is, I wouldn't be looking to pressure a Baron fight unless the enemy team wants to make a mistake first. I would just be looking to pressure the easier objective, which is the soul point. Try and secure vision around it and get picks. I would say, I don't know what happened with your items. He was building Dead's Dance and you went for Champang. You definitely could have used the Dead's Dance. I would have finished the Dead's Dance. Even if you just bought the Executioner Sword, just Executioners, I would have just sit on the Executioner and just finish the Dead's Dance. Yeah, I think you sold it and now you bought it again. That's a bit of a... You end up wasting some gold for like one kill worth of gold. Okay. Sorry, I think. Sorry, so the recording locked for a bit. Same kind of story. You need to keep an eye on what's showing on the minimap. They need to. They'll be clearing the mid wave. Because supers are gonna push. I think you guys need to walk with the wave. Okay, they ult the Malphite. That's the worst person you can ult. That's Ash ult down. You could have technically pressured one more mid wave, but it's fine. It's pushing on its own. You don't have right now your team. Okay, Twisted Fate facing. He has to ult and DP. This is fine. You guys are a bit split. That's Twisted Fate tipping, but I feel like they're gonna engage on him. Yeah, Ilaoi just engages on him. Right. Right now, your team has you and Malphite have to be blocking this for Twisted Fate. You guys were playing too scared from Ilaoi, and you let Twisted Fate take carry. About whether at least Malphite or you could have been the better targets to take Ilaoi Z. This whole team fights. I mean, Ash is in base. You do have the numbers in this team fight. Twisted Fate dies. You're holding Nocturne. This is huge, I think. No, you're not winning it. I'm not sure. Wait. I want to see what's going on here. Okay, she can't really help. Your team played this team fight way too split, and now Zaya, I don't know why Zaya is hitting this. Is she life stealing, I guess? I don't know about that one. She's not killing anyone. The start of the fight was bad. In my opinion, like I said, when Twisted Fate TPs, he's basing. These two, either in this situation, either you have to move with your bot lane, and I mean they're doing okay. I would say playing with them, playing around them is perfectly fine. Just because how much gold they have, and yeah, ideally in my opinion, I'm just trying to think right now, but ideally in my opinion, playing around your Malphite is low value because he's not gonna insta die, but your Zaya, your Pike, your Twisted Fate, they're all vulnerable to Nocturne jumping on them or Ilaoi, and playing near your carries is gonna be a bit higher value. And then here you guys needed to basically not let Ilaoi walk in for free. You guys needed to, it's two of you. You could just walk in front of her. One of you can tank the Ilaoi for Twisted Fate, so he doesn't get chunked so hard and dies pretty much at the start of the fight. Other than that, yeah, just making sure you play. Your team was a bit split. Like it's half their fault, half your fault. Like they could have been looking to play around you, because you're not doing too bad yourself. You're pretty fed. You got a lot of item. You're near enough full build at this stage of the game. So if they're not looking to play around you, you gotta cover them, because your ult can change the fight for them. You might just give them enough time to be able to get out of Nocturne's ult and stay alive. It just even 5 versus 4, this fight was supposed to be a winning one for you, with how it started and the fact that you the enemy Ashe was in base clearing minions. It just didn't work out. I think like I said, it's just down to how you play the fight. How Ilaoi can push and take and hit. Yeah, I would I would try to mid to late game fights like these. I would just try to position myself around the people on your team that you think are likely to die. That's the simplest way to put it. In this specific game, like I said, your Malphite's not gonna be killed pretty easily. He's got both armor and MR. He's itemized pretty well. Okay, that's definitely a good pick on Bran. Considering they got Baron, they're in tank. Enemy bot is just pushing whilst you guys are fighting. You gotta keep in mind as well, has to be defending this, but they take it, and now you have no in hit. This is pretty crucial that you don't give this, because you need to be fighting for soul in the next 2.5 minutes, and Inhib is gonna be down for 5, I think. And okay, where did you do that? Yeah, you would no, no bueno, no bueno, no bueno, no bueno. Not a good fight. You don't have ult, you don't have HP. This was just a bit greedy. You need to have a look. Let's see. No. You low HP, Nocturne dies. I'm not sure if you're panning your camera to see, but they're both full HP. And then not only that they're full HP, but the easiest thing to see on your team is your ult timer. Your ult timer and Malphite ult timer. Without these two, you're never killing them. Especially like with how little HP you got. Maybe if you got a bit more HP, you might have been able to kill them both, but just the fact that you're so low HP, plus Lux does so much damage at this point. She hits 2 spells on you, you're probably dead even through Maul. Even your Maul is on cooldown as well. This is just unnecessary at this stage. They got the inhib, you want to kill them, but those kills won't mean much considering there's no objectives after. And now you'll be dead for a minute. I think they come off it as well. Yeah, so you both die for a minute. Your problem right now is starting to become the fact that you need to be pushing out waves. You're not even alive to do that. Back is gonna be okay. At least they take that. Oh, you still have the enemy inhib taken, so for now. So now the waves on bot lane look they're even. You need to be looking to set up picks on the enemy team, pushing out waves. In my opinion, Malphite probably should have been either Malphite or Twisted Fate should have been bot lane right now, pushing out that bot wave. I'm not sure when. But soon I think enemy bot lane inhib is gonna be coming back up. Okay. Nocturne dives in. Goes Twisted Fate instantly. Noct doesn't have GA, he dies. Yeah, they start out the fight with a pick. Okay. It's 4 versus 4 now, but Malphite's nearly dead. No, Pike missed it. No. Yeah, I'm not sure at this point. Yeah, the game's already over. Too long of a dead timers. See how the game's how the fight started. Twisted Fate got chunked, I guess. Honestly, there's nothing for you to take. I suppose maybe you're looking for a flank, maybe, but considering, I don't know how. I'm just gonna tell you how I would have played it. I would have played it out of base. I would just run down mid because Nocturne. Well, Nocturne's ult is pretty low. It's 46 seconds, so the game is decided obviously off of a couple of picks at this stage. Someone's dead for a minute. It's pretty hard to hold people off without numbers. You need to be thinking about this. You are pretty much. You're basically full build. Yeah, you're full build. You don't need anything. Once you get to full build, just stop thinking too much about like, you know, taking any camps whatsoever, or like, I would think about waves only if waves are like crashing into my base, looking to destroy a turret, or like in hips and stuff. Like, you want to be sticking as much as you can near your team. You are still close enough, I'd say, but with Nocturne, it's so hard. Like, you have to be literally next to your team, or you won't be able to affect the fight. Everything happens way too fast, and you see you spend a couple of seconds moving this way. Arch arrow comes out, the Arch arrow hits, and Nocturne goes in. You move basically as soon as you hear the Nocturne ult, but it's already too late. I think maybe if it was for the start of this, it would have been different. I would mess it up as well. I'm not saying I wouldn't mess it up. I'd like to mess it up, but I'm just saying this is the best play you can make in this situation. Out of base, just run down mid lane and keep right clicking near your team and keep looking, because there was no take was coming up soon. Like I said, you could maybe think the bot wave. It's just it was quite a few throws, I would say, unnecessary deaths that happened. If you're not killing killing at least 1-for-1, and even 1-for-1 late game is not worth. I would say, if I have to, yeah, I think I'll just do the review now, because the summary and the game summary, I think there's actually still a few more chaos happening, but no, that's it. Okay, so in summary, I would say that was a long game, actually. I need to think about it. Yeah, my main idea in the beginning of the game, like I told you, is to play with mid and bot, ignoring Malphite. Surprisingly, actually, Malphite was doing pretty well into Ilawe. I'm shocked. Fighting, I would say for you, looking at the minimap is a crucial thing before fighting. Second big thing, levels. You need to look at levels before you jump into a fight. That is something that's costing you a lot of deaths, where you are going in a fight and you're down level. It takes you longer to kill someone because you do less damage, and you get chunked faster because they're higher level than you. And the bigger the difference in levels is, this difference is exponentially bigger as well. You take a lot more damage and you do a lot less damage to the enemy, which has levels on you. This is something to look out for, and I would say fighting with numbers, positioning yourself into the late game. It's something I keep noticing in reviews, where people tend to position themselves too far from your team to affect fights, even when you're full build. You gotta keep that in mind, especially in a game against Nocturne. Like I said, you have a very tiny window, very little time where you can react to his ultimate, and you gotta be fast, and always keep an eye on where like most of your teammates are, so you know. Because when he ults, you don't see anything, so you gotta be panning your camera. You gotta know where your teammates are, and if you do that, and you'll be able to see his Q. Because even through his like vision denial of his ult, you can still see his Q on the ground, so you know where to run to. But ideally, you are close enough that you don't need to navigate using this strategy by panning your camera. But yeah, I say those things. And also you started, so he wasn't going distance, he was going actually Guardian Angel. That's my bad, but still I remember you had the sigil, the armor component, and then you sold it, and then you finished Gempunk, and it only reduced 1000 healing. Like, it's not a lot, man. It's not valuable. He was getting shrunk pretty fast, and at the that kind of stage of the game where it's like 40 plus minutes, you are you're facing people with full build, essentially. Like gold levels, these things, everything's even. The game's 50-50, so everybody's gonna be doing a lot of damage. Ilaoi does a lot of damage, Nocturne does a lot of damage, Lux does a lot of damage, everybody, even Ashe. So you still need to, considering they have 3 AD threats. Just got Imperial Mandate. I suppose it's okay item on her, but she's itemizing AD as well. And you don't have any armor apart from your passive, which, I mean, it does give a decent amount of armor. Gives 50 armor stack. But I'd say item like Death's Dance would have been better. I wouldn't even worry about Gempunk, I think. Ilaoi is rarely in team fights. All you need to worry about is these 4: Nocturne, Lux, Brand, and Ashe. I wouldn't even worry about Anti-Heal, man. Honestly, I would just go Death's Dance. I'd probably do Cleaver. I'm not sure Cleaver is necessary. I know the standard build for Nocturne is 24 Sundead Sky and then defensive items. I'd say Sundead Sky was probably a decent item to build here as well. Just because they're pretty squishy. They do end up building armor. I don't know. I'd say even if you wanted to build Cleaver, maybe build it like a 3rd item, 4th item. You don't need it as a 2nd, definitely, because you build it 2nd item. It's okay because you get movement speed, but the armor that you'll be shredding from the enemy team won't be a lot, because by default they're not very high armor champions. All these 4, they only get armor like late into the game when they build some item for it. So you could help yourself by, instead of doing Cleaver early, getting Sundead Sky as a 2nd item. More, I guess, fine 3rd, and then 4th, Death's Dance, and then Black Cleaver, I guess. I guess this Skull will go Trinity, Sundered, Maul, Death's Dance, and Black Cleaver. I might normally I don't even finish Maul until later. I just buy Hexdinker, and I'll do Death's Dance, and then I'll finish Maul, and then Cleaver. In this specific game, I'd leave Cleaver for last. You do have still some. You have 30% armor pen from your Q. That, I'd say that's good enough. And your Q is on 3-second cooldown. You can constantly keep reapplying it. But yeah, other than that, I think this is the most I can think of hopefully helps you out, man. There is a few mistakes that you're making, but they're easily fixable. Your itemization a little bit needs to be optimized, and then fighting when you're strong, like you got level advantage, not when you're down level, or at least you're even in levels. That's when you can think about fighting. If you're down levels to someone, avoid fighting them, and looking for fights with numbers, looking to catch people off. Yeah, there was a few throws in the late game, a few times where you fought without your ultimate, without the health. I'd say biggest tip is just be a bit more aware of your own conditions before going into a fight, and your team's conditions around you. Like how are they looking? Are they looking healthy? You know, do they have their ultimates? You know, is your team ready for a fight, man? Before you commit to the fight. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. If you got any more questions, let me know in the comments. I will do my best to reply. I'm hoping this is of any help. And yeah, GG's, man. I wish you the best in the future games.